let's talk about the reason why you are programmed to jerk off, and why you think that masturbation is a good thing for you. See, a lot of guys are in delusion and think that if they whack off all day, it's going to decrease their chances of getting prostate cancer. You know, they heard that from some scientist. You know, they heard that from some, their uneducated doctor. You know, a doctor may have told them that mess. You know, let's really look at the facts here, man. And the facts are pretty much shown through how your body and how your brain performs after you not just masturbate one time. You know, it takes for you to masturbate and basically waste your life force multiple times a day, and consistently, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. And you're just seeing the results, these negative results of how your life is going. And some of you may have realized that you are suffering from a lot of brain fog, and you have noticed that you cannot comprehend things quick enough. Your brain power is non-existent. I mean, your brain is basically dead. You know, your brain is very weak. You know, physically you're weak. You don't have any strength in your muscles. It's going to be, when you go to the gym, right, it's going to be hard for you to ever gain muscle, because that semen that you're holding on to, that plays a big part in, muscle formation, forming muscle in your bones, you know what I'm saying, strengthening your muscles. Your semen plays a part in that when it comes to you, gaining strength in the body. So when you whack off all the time, you are decreasing those chances. You are, diminishing, your chances of ever growing muscle and getting stronger physically. Spiritually you're weak. You don't have a connection with the Most High. You cannot sit for maybe 15-20 minutes and watch a video without scrolling through other things, without clicking off the video. You can't even watch a 10-minute video. Within like a couple of seconds, 10 seconds, you're already looking for another video. Your dopamine is completely wrecked. Your dopamine receptors are unnatural, and it only responds to instant gratification. It only responds well to minimize effort. It cannot operate normally how it's supposed to, right? And your dopamine receptors won't respond normally anymore to normal activities, like everyday activities. Like, you'll never get excited for everyday activities anymore. Everything to you will be boring unless you're whacking off and watching adult film, and you're just in an influx of chasing this instant gratification. You're not going to be satisfied with much of anything. Everything to you is going to be bland and boring, just underwhelming most of the time. Life itself will just be underwhelming. Let me not get started, man, on you mentally when you just beat your banana all day. You're gonna have crazy brain fog. Like, you will not be able to think clearly. You won't have any clarity in mind. Like, you'll just easily be manipulated by people, by women. You'll take things very too seriously, right? You'll let your emotions get the better of you, and that becomes a problem, man. As a man, You're not supposed to let your emotions dictate what you do and how you react and how you live your life. You know, you're not supposed to allow your emotions to take control. You're supposed to have control over your emotions. You know, and when you constantly relapsing, constantly spilling, you know, your semen, you know, a lot of prolactin is being released into your system, right? Which is causing you to lose testosterone in your body, you know, which is as men, that's our main hormone, right? Sex hormone. And listen, once we lose our testosterone, we lose a lot of that, man. We really don't become like we actually lose our vigor, right? We lose our sense of manhood when we lose our testosterone. When our testosterone decreases, we just lose our sense of manhood, and we don't stand firm. We're not stoic. We're no longer, I mean, we're still a man, but our look, our form, our behavior will not be that of a grown man, right? It will not. Like, we will not behave like a man. We'll really become like a woman. You know what I'm saying? We'll start behaving like a woman. And the reason for that is because a lot of, you know, more estrogen, when you have all that prolactin in your system, it's opening the floodgates for estrogen to basically take over your body, right? Not a lot of it. You know, you don't want to have too much of estrogen, right? You want to have a balance of testosterone and estrogen, but you never, ever want to have less of testosterone and more of estrogen, because essentially you're becoming a woman, right? You're just in a male body, right? You're a male, but you are, you know, acting like a woman. You're behaving like a woman, you know? It's the same thing for a woman. A woman cannot have too much of testosterone, you know? She needs more of estrogen to just be and operate in her femininity. Just like for us as men, in order for us to operate in our full-on masculinity, we need to have a healthy amount of testosterone. Like, our T levels have to be high up. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be high up. So we cannot have, you know, more than little estrogen in our system. That's gonna completely devalue us as men. You know what I'm saying? Especially when we live in a world already where there are agendas put in place, put in motion to literally take out the men out of the household, take out the father out of the household, you know, devalue men every single day, take away our worth, you know what I'm saying, completely stifle our potential, you know, and we can't afford to let that happen, you know. So retaining our semen is very important, very, very important, guys. So you don't want to ejaculate. The more you ejaculate, the more prolactin is being released into your system. That's causing more estrogen, right? Which is decreasing your T levels, you know, amongst all the other negative effects that come along with frequent masturbation. Now, I'm not saying masturbating once a year is going to cause all these issues and all these deficiencies and stuff. No. If you are someone that masturbates every single day, you're one of those people, those guys that you think it's healthy for your body and you think it's good for you, you're gonna be suffering, man. You're really gonna be suffering. You're already probably suffering. You're just too delusional to admit it. You're too delusional to admit that masturbation has taken over your life and it has killed your manhood. Admit it. Admit it, man. You have to feel some of the negative effects. Like, yes, there may be positives to masturbation, you know what I'm saying? But with anything in life, there's always going to be a pro and a con. There's going to be good and bad to everything that we do in life. Okay, there's always a good and bad. There's always a positive and there's always a negative. Just like masturbation, it has negative effects and maybe positive effects. Who knows, right? There's good and bad to it. But in my opinion, when it comes to beating your banana, there's a lot of bad that comes with doing that every single day. Doing it frequently and uncontrollably. Not being able to exercise self-discipline when it comes to your life force. You know, it's literally destroying you as a man. And you have to at least start seeing and noticing the negative effects that's happening. You know, you have to be aware of how your body performs when you are just a frequent masturbator, okay, a coomer. You have to take note of how your body performs, how your brain performs, and all that, man. You have to pay attention to what's lacking in your system. Pay attention to, you know, your brain. You know, pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention to how you move. Are you lethargic? Are you sluggish? Are you lacking in energy, right? Do you feel mentally drained all the time, right? Do you have brain fog? Can you not focus for more than 10 minutes? Do you have a short attention span? Like, these are the things, man, you have to pick up on, you know, if you are a masturbator. And then try going a week or 2 or 30 days, right, without beating the drum, without releasing your semen. And take note of the potential changes in your body, in your brain, and just your mood overall, and your life in general. You know, pay attention to those things, right, that could be changing about you, right? And see if you have more energy, and see if you are in a better mood, right? Pay attention to see if that brain fog is clearing up and you're able to think clearly. You're able to have clarity of mind, right? Also peace of mind, and that's also very important too. You know, pay attention to see when you go to the gym, pay attention to how you're able to just go through and muscle through your workout, you know, without losing so much energy and getting so tired and exhausted so quickly. You know, be aware of how much energy you have when you're at the gym working out. You know, you're probably going to be able to get more reps in, right? Go harder in the gym, run extra miles, lift heavier weights. These are the things that may start to happen for you. But you will never know until you stop masturbating. So, you know, if you don't buy whatever I'm saying, you think what I'm saying to you right now in this video is completely BS, then, try for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Try it out for yourself. Practice retention and see what happens to you. See how your life gradually starts to change. But you have to just start today. Like, I can't sit here and convince y'all that retention is going to change your entire life. You have to want it. You have to want it to work for you and to allow it to change your life. So at the end of the day, man, it's your decision. You can choose to be stuck in this negative habit of beating the drum every day, this vicious cycle, or you can finally break the cycle, break the negative pattern, and just start retaining your seed and allowing your energy to build up, man. It's your choice, but I recommend that you do the latter. So that being said, thank y'all for watching. Obviously, I can't be looking at this camera because I gotta pay attention to the road. Gotta keep my eyes on it. You never know what crazy person is driving recklessly these days. There's a lot of them out there. I deal with them all the time. So that's why my eyes are on this road non-stop. So thank y'all for watching this video. Make sure y'all like it for the algorithm. Subscribe for more content. And I'm out, man. Peace.